Good afternoon. Hi, Phil McPhail here with United Country Lifestyle Properties of Maine, and welcome to the town of Maxfield. Have you been looking for a property that's an affordable waterfront parcel where you can build your new cabin or your year-round home? Well, if you are looking for that, come along with me today. We're going to take a look at a 2.6 acre lot on one of Central Maine's most scenic and beautiful rivers. Let me tell you about this location we're at here in the town of Maxfield. Maxfield is on the most western side of Penobscot County, right against the Piscataquis County line. This town's a very rural area. The population here is about 89. This town was first settled by European settlers around 1814. In 1825, the town was incorporated as Maxfield. And around 1829, there was a huge fire that burnt through this area, destroying most of the trees and the homes and other buildings that were in this town. Of course, it was rebuilt later on. Later on in the 1800s, around I think it was 1890s, this town was within the range of a big black bear that was nicknamed Old Ranger. Well, Old Ranger had wandered around a lot of Penobscot County, raiding orchards and gardens and people's porches of probably apple pies for quite a few years, and was on everybody's hit list. And eventually he was shot and killed by a hunting party. In his obituary, I think the Sun City News or some gazetteer back at the time said that he eluded the people of Penobscot County for quite some time, and they estimated him to be well over 400 pounds. So a good-sized black bear, a little bit of history of the town of Maxfield. Hey, do you have any interesting stories of black bears or maybe grizzly bears? If you do, please share them in the comments down below. And while you're at it, don't forget to like and share this video with some of your friends, and hit that subscription button, put on all notifications. You won't miss our next video. This is a very rural area of the state of Maine. However, we're pretty close to I-95. We're 5.5 miles from the Howland exit, which is exit 217 off I-95. The nearest service town is Howland. That's about 6 miles to your nearest gas and services, restaurants, and other stores. The town of Lincoln, one of the largest towns in northern Penobscot County, that's 18 miles away. If you want a bigger town, you want more recreation, maybe head south to Bangor. That's about 38 miles from this location. And if you're coming in from Massachusetts, the city of Boston's about 270 miles roughly from here, and I think it's about a 4-hour and 10-15 minute drive depending on traffic. All right, so let me tell you a little bit about this piece of property we're standing on. This is 2.6 acres, it's been all surveyed out, soil tested. We have a driveway in place, and you can see a small clearing here. This is probably big enough for a small cabin. If you want a bigger house, you're probably gonna have to cut down some of these towering white pines you see behind me. This lot is special because of these trees. Some of these trees, I would guess, are 80, 90 feet tall. They're beautiful eastern white pine. We have 200 feet on the Piscataquis River, which we're going to go take a look at next. And out on River Road, we've got about 242 feet of frontage. There is electric and telephone communications buried in the ground. The power is overhead, telephone's buried in the ground. Those are right at the street. This is a year-round accessible location. We're going to take a little walk down to the riverbank and show you a little more of this land now. As we walk down here to the river, I want to tell you a little bit about this. This is considered a significant river segment on the Piscataquis River. Very well protected. The building setback from the high water mark here is going to be 300 feet. And I can tell you all about that if you got any other questions about how we figure that out. There is a nice trail that leads down to the river here. As you can see, we're walking on that now. And like I said, big tower and pines, both sides of us here lining this lot. This riverbank is well above any floodplain potential in this town. And we did check out the FEMA map, and when you call us, we'll send you a property disclosure with a copy of that floodplain map. So you can rest at ease. We're well above the floodplain for the building site on this property. And we're almost down the river, so we'll show you that next. We're down here at the shore of the Piscataquis River now, and this is some beautiful frontage here, folks. We've got some not real fast moving, but pretty fast moving water, so you get to hear the river in the background as you're trying to sleep at night. This river is a major tributary of the Penobscot River. It's great for paddling and fishing. It's a 65-mile long river, and it flows from the hills and bogs just south of the town of Shirley up near Moosehead Lake, along its confluence with the Penobscot River down in the town of Howland, about 6 miles south of us here. Down here by the riverbank, again, we're down on the shore. And thank you, my cameraman scaled that. I've got a little bit of a foot problem going on. Couldn't do that today. Now, this is a steep bank, a very high river bank. Working with the town, I think you can probably get yourself a set of steps in here so you can access it better. If you're young enough and spry enough, you can probably run up and down that bank, no problem. But if you're got any kind of injury like I got going on or anything else, you're going to want something a little easier. Probably a ladder or a set of steps would actually make it quite nice. Well, if you get over here, you build your house and you get bored of fishing and paddling the river, what else can you do in this area? From this location, we've got two of Central Maine's most beautiful cold water lakes. Coldstream Pond in the town of Enfield, Howland and Lincoln, that's about 12 miles from here. And Schoodic Lake, which is about 20 miles to the north of us here, that's in the town of Lakeview Plantation in Brownville. Beautiful lakes. Schoodic, 7,000 plus acres. Coldstream, over 3,000 acres. They're both well over 100 feet deep. Cold water fishing, crystal clear waters, and we've got boat landings. The distances I gave you are to the boat landings on each lake. 12 miles to Coldstream, 20 miles to Schoodic Lake. Beyond that, the river road out here is an ATV access road, so you can ride the pavement. Maine is very friendly to ATV riders. We enjoy that. They frequent our businesses up here. So from this driveway, you can jump out here on the paved road, ride to the trailhead, and there's a beautiful trail system that'll take you up by Schoodic Lake and also up towards the Seboeis unit of the public reserve lands. So that's about 25 miles from here. It's on the east side of Schoodic. There's over 15,000 acres of land in that public reserve lot with miles and miles of frontage on Seboeis Lake and some of the other smaller ponds in the area. Beautiful place to go recreate, hunt, fish, hike, ATV, snowmobile, you name it, you can do it up in that area. What else we got? Well, if you're not in the outdoors and you're looking for something a little more urban, the University of Maine at Orono is about 30 miles from us here. Half-hour drive. You can go down there and take some classes, catch a football game, Division I football. Got a basketball, hockey. You know, the UMaine Black Bears are pretty famous for hockey. And that's the largest campus of the University of Maine system. That's just 30 minutes drive from this location. Thanks for coming along on the tour with us here at this 2.6 acre lot located at River Road in the town of Maxfield. Let's wrap up the video with all the terms. Price on this affordable waterfront property is $57,500. The yearly property taxes for this year, 2024, were $507 and some change. We've got 200 feet on the river. We've got 242 feet out here on River Road. We've got electricity and phone roadside. Driveway is installed. There is a septic. There was a soil test done here. No septic design, so you'll have to do that when you get here and pick your building site. If you need any more information, give me a call at 800-286-6164. I'd be happy to answer your questions. Come on up. Let's take a look at this beautiful piece of property today.